Sorry.
Welcome to Alive on One, an apocalypse-focused podcast where we talk sometimes about other affiliations. I'm Stephen Burke, and tonight with me is Nick Shaw. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you, though?
I am.
Are you truly good?
Do you want to do my schoolwork for me? Because that might be really good.
I've offered before, but I will only do that for money.
How much money?
What are we talking? Essays? We can talk offline about this. So tonight we're going to cover a little bit of a switch from our normal. We'll still do our normal intro stuff, but the topic will be a little bit of a different switch. Here on Alive on One, we're all also people, and as much as we like to joke around, we have a charity event coming up, and there is a big reason behind some of our inspiration for that. So before the charity event, this will be the episode right before, we just kind of wanted to release something to talk a little bit about that. So that's why Nick's here.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, and I'll turn a little bit towards the later end of the episode. We're going to try to keep it as light as possible, but we'll be talking about some serious stuff, or more serious than maybe we usually are. So we just want to give our listeners a background. I also think personally it's really important to kind of share these things and sort of, I don't know, like when you start a podcast and whatever, and you make friends in the community, like we're a community, and like part of being in a community is also dealing with, sometimes negative or less than ideal things that happen to us in life. That kind of forge who we are and how we approach certain things. So I thought it would be really useful to talk a little bit about that, to be honest. There's other topics, that for me are more personal to me, but this one's super personal to Nick. And I just wanted to kind of get your story out there, I guess. But and that was all me talking, Nick, but
oh, it was all you talking.
Yeah. Well, we originally had an idea of doing like a more interview style. So I think just so we stay on topic, because here's a fun fact: when Nick and I get on episodes, historically we haven't stayed on topic. So
yes.
And Maddox it's like too late for him. He's probably in bed in like 10 minutes. So
probably. Actually,
yeah.
Let's see.
An hour. We know when he goes to bed.
Nope, he's currently playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah. Also, I know for a fact that he goes to bed at 10 p.m. So we got a full hour. It's very structured, that Maddox.
10 o'clock every night on the dot.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Like if you text him, unless it's like a Sunday night because he has Monday off, if you text him at like 10:10, notice he like won't reply until the next day.
Right.
Anyway, so we are going to open up with our normal, we don't know how long this will take, probably more fuller length anyways, but we'll open up with our normal stuff. But our normal stuff where Nick and I have a say. So there's a comic catch up in here because, fuck those dudes. Yeah, they
skipped that last week.
I know.
You're jerks.
I know. That's like my favorite part about this hobby. It's the whole stories behind it.
You need the comics.
Exactly. But before we get to comics, characters who were left living on 1 HP. You got any?
Yeah, me.
Stories?
I was left living on 1 HP.
Because of the cancer?
Yes.
Well then, we're starting off on a somber note.
I haven't played since we recorded, so no, I've got one. Yeah,
because we're recording this pretty soon after our last recording. So
like it's 3 days.
3 days, yeah. Okay, I played one game in that time span. Were there any people alive on 1 HP? Alive on 1, if you will. Wolverine, maybe, just because he's so dope, but probably not. Yeah, I don't think so. So, but that's like, I know. So a long time ago, Jin gave us shit for, well, not shit, very like, it's Jin, so like very pleasant feedback about how we skipped doing that in one episode. He's like, that's you guys, that's your podcast name, and like half the time I can't remember any of this, so
Well, we've been doing it ever since. So
I know. And we have been doing it maybe besides that one episode, every single episode, and we recorded.
right.
How many have we recorded now? So I do want to check this live on air. We did 822. We're at 30 episodes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. Alive on 32.
Alive on 32. That is a lot of life there.
Yeah. That's more than Dormammu has the most, I think, in the game.
Does
22
he?
at 22. I think so. Because he's
got, so Tulka's 20. So if he has 22, yeah, he's probably the highest. Yeah.
Yeah. But he has a flip, so he can wipe his conditions, unlike Hulk.
That's true. So what is his flip? Like, is it 22 total, or is he just...
Yeah, okay. It's 10, then 12 on his day side. What are you clicking around on?
I am clicking around on this
Like, this episode
thing.
takes no research besides, like, your own life.
I don't know. I like to click when I'm looking at stuff.
Cool. A little hobby catch-up. You have been painting things, yeah?
This week I finished painting some cultist for one of the Cthulhu Death May Die sets, and then I was working on...
What is Cthulhu Death May Die?
It's a board game. It's like a dungeon crawler Cthulhu themed type thing. Yeah.
Who's Cthulhu? Remind me.
Our Lord and Savior Cthulhu.
I don't remember who that is.
He's the big elder god that was created by oh my god. See, this is a thing about cancer. Is I used to be able to know everything off the top of my
Lovecraft.
head. Yes, H.P.
That's
Lovecraft.
Like classic. Yeah, that's classic
yep.
Sci-fi. I should know that. Whoops.
You should. It's great stuff.
Oh, well. So you've been painting that. Anything else?
And then I sent you guys the pictures of Nova, and then I was working on Yondu as well.
Nice.
And then I built 4 Black Order miniatures.
Awesome. So I'll run into... I just finished my Wolverine, besides basing. I put all my finished painted models into like a pile where I just mass base things eventually. And I've been working on Blob. I really don't like Blob's model, and I don't like the way my Blob has turned out.
He's boring.
Also, it's just like, I don't know, there's a lot of issues with the model where, like, when you shade him, it doesn't quite dip into the recesses where you'd expect, so then he looks really weird. So, I don't know. I might just...
haven't looked at a Blob model in a while, so I just know he's kind of just there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm using him in APOC. Oh my god, Nick's eating live on air.
Piece of candy.
I can't take you anywhere.
Including
on our recording.
I wanted a piece of candy. So
yeah, so I've been painting Blob. I've been also working on Jin's Archangel and kind of started Jin's what is it? Doctor Strange. The OG Strange. So
you're painting who's Doctor Strange for?
Jin.
No, but like what affiliation is he putting him in?
I don't know. So I'm just kind of painting him in a similar scheme to Blade. So
Midnight Suns.
Sort of. I think he just wanted to get him done. So he sent him to me.
Done, yeah.
Yeah, and Jin's also sent me his Psylocke and another Horseman. So I'm going to paint Archangel.
So just sending these two in the mail?
Yeah.
Like built or unbuilt?
Depends on the model. Some he sent built, some are I put together. I'll just charge him extra.
Looks like a paint.
I hate building models, so that's another $5.
You know, I don't particularly love building models either, and MCP models are the worst.
Oh, really? I am now in a anti-GW model. Maybe it's because you only have to build one at a time and you're done with MCP.
Well, that is a nice thing.
Yeah, because like I built some GW models recently, and I was like, "There's so many fucking bits."
There's a ton.
Yeah,
but at least they go together, and there's not the itty bitty pieces where I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Or heads split in two.
Or
that's the worst.
Jaw is separate from the rest of his face.
Yep.
Like, why? Why are we building?
So I did just build. Who was it? It was Midnight Sun, Elsa, Bloodstone. That was awful. That was a bad model.
Oh, Elsa was not fun.
Yeah, that was in fact unfun.
Putting her on the base was a nightmare. I'm like, why is she just...
Oh, really?
I didn't like
I
it.
didn't have any problems with that.
So, like, getting her leg to line up where I wanted it on the stupid stone was a pain because there's not really a peg for it to slot into. And
yeah, and she's in heels, which are really tiny.
Yep, and her guns are really, really thin for no obvious reason other than they want you to break these models.
Yes.
Like, it's okay exactly. to have a little thickness to your thin pieces, AMG, okay?
Send them an email, Nick.
They wouldn't care.
You're right.
They're like, oh, we're making money. Why do we want to listen to you? Yeah, all right, fair enough.
I'm Nick. That's why.
Yeah, I'm Nick.
I had cancer.
I'm Nick, bitch.
Okay, and one last thing on Hobby Ketchup, too. I wasn't here to defend myself. I wrote this specifically for this episode, so I'd remember to say this because Maddox mentioned brief. So I do all the editing for this show, and Maddox mentioned he's like, "Oh yeah, Burke bought another APOC. I wonder why." Blah blah blah. Okay, well let's hold on some judgment there. I bought an APOC because, well, it's not that long of a story, but it is a little bit of a long story. I painted my APOC. It was orange, and it turned out really nice. For what I thought at the time. Then Jin sent me his APOC to paint for commission, and I did that one up, and it was even better than my first APOC. So I was like, okay, I'm going to donate my orange APOC because I want to paint mine in the color scheme that Jin's is in. And so I'll donate my orange one as like a charity for the charity event that will be in 2 days from this podcast. That you can win because it's like still nicely painted. It's just not what I want anymore, So I bought another APOC.
It's on theme with the orange of our logo.
Exactly. Someone told me to paint more, and I was like, no. But it is orange, like a Live on One.
I say do it anyways.
Yeah. Plus, it is painted up really nicely. So you're going to be able to win that at the charity event.
I'm still going to try and find a little T-shirt for it, to be honest. If I can find one, I want to.
Yeah. And Maddox is donating a painted model as well, so there'll be a couple painted models in there.
He didn't say anything about that to me.
Yeah. Well, he probably did. You just didn't read it.
I'm not sure I know how to read, to tell you the truth.
I'm pretty sure cancer took away your reading skills.
It may have. It took away my memories.
That's true. But anyways, I just wanted to defend myself there, but you can win that coming up in 2 days. So moving on, any sort of recent life stuff for you? School, yeah.
The school.
Yeah. And before we get to our main topic tonight, during our intro, the main topic for the intro, our cancer event is in 2 days from the release of this episode. We really hope you enjoy us giving you some context here. Again, we're probably going to do another episode on mental illnesses, specifically like depression and anxiety at some point, because that's my thing too. So
those can also come into play with cancer too. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, so when we wrote down questions for this, I did write a lot of like more of the psychological and then in relation to gaming sort of questions. Yep. But that's what I kind of do in my outside life as well now. But anyway, so our cancer event's coming up 2 days. Shirts will be there. You can buy those. We have about half of them pre-ordered. Half of those will go to charity. The other half just goes back to me to refund the initial cost of the t-shirts. And then we'll have a raffle with some graphic novels, as well as a couple painted models, as well as some other donations for models.
Looks like we have a lot of graphic novels too.
Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah. And some good ones too. Like I have Avengers versus X-Men in there. That's a great comic.
This is how we get rid of the bad graphic novels. We're like, this was bad. And we just,
Well, I don't. No, I put some good ones in there. Well, Marvel 1602 is in there as well.
That's a good one. I actually really like that one.
Yeah, exactly. So we got some good prizes there. The raffle will be, we're not sure how we're divvying it up yet, but the raffle will be like direct to, it's all donations that we're taking. So it's direct to to the
and I think it's donations outside of your entrance donation.
Yes, you'll have to pay extra for it, but it's that'll be straight. Whatever cash that you give will go directly.
Yeah, unlike your entrance
T-shirts.
donation and your T-shirts, everything for the raffles will go right into
straight direct.
Yeah,
cash infusion.
Sure is. Just infuse it with cash.
Yeah, just infuse it with cash. You know what cures AIDS? Oh, this is a South Park reference.
Oh, no. Do I even want to know?
No, watch the South Park episode. But anyways, it's about cash curing AIDS. So we'll have those prizes. We're gonna do a best painted. I'm not sure if there's a prize attached to that, just a general best painted. And then we're also gonna do cool like a live on one thing. We won't say what the prizes are, but if you're going to the event, bring your if you want to submit bring a Loki, a Bill, or an Apocalypse. And you can submit mine, I guess, if you win it. We'll have to like work on some order of operations there. But
Apocalypse.
Those three models.
Daredevil?
Well, because, we were just thinking off the top of our heads what were the most kind of talked about or hated models of the year. So either like My Obsessions
Wait a minute. If it's Loki, Bill, and Apocalypse, where is Mr. Fishboy?
Wait.
Namor.
Namor? I thought Namor was in there.
Well, I didn't hear you say him.
Oh, no. Loki, Bill. I think Shit, who is it?
Isn't it Loki, Bill, Namor, and Apocalypse? Like those four?
No, there's only three. Okay, so
maybe it's not
Stalnick.
I'm stalling. Namor sucks. You shouldn't play him. I hate him. He's a bad character.
It's Namor, Apoc, and Bill. There's no Loki. Okay.
There's no Loki.
All right, we got there. But bring one of those for submission, and there'll be like a special fun prize that's kind of a live on one associated. So, and then just the normal first, second, third. I understand that I've had people reach out to me about how many rounds we're playing. So we're planning on four. If there's like a top 8 and they really want to play, I'll stay, I guess. If they really want to like do a game or two more, I don't know. That would suck. And Midgard might kick us out, but they're open till 10, so I guess theoretically that's possible. Please just play 4 and leave. I have chicken that I'm supposed to be going to get. So
if you guys aren't done if you guys move on to a 5th round, the rest of us are leaving. There's delicious chicken on the line.
Yeah, you can just I might even leave too, and you can just tell me what happened.
There you go. So, text us the results.
Yeah, and apologies. Like this was, I think like we were as usual only planning on getting like 30 people, or less. Yeah, so
what is it at right now? Is it
40?
It is at 40
with like 2 on the wait list.
2 on the wait list.
Yeah, so we're gonna be 40. We're gonna be at 40. In all likelihood, will be full. So for this year, one day thing. Moving forward, we're gonna look into, by we I mean me most likely, are gonna look into options for something else. So
by we he means him, because I'm gonna force him to do it.
Well, yeah, and no one else helps. So no, but I think worst comes worst, we'll do a 2-day. We'll just book this current shot for 2 days, but then we have to cap it at 40. I wouldn't want to do that. It'd be nice to get like more.
I will be if we can get a charity event that hits more than 40 every year, that's awesome. Like,
yeah, well, we would probably get GT status too from AMG, so it'd be like a thing.
But I don't really care if it has GT status.
Well, me neither. But like, it'd be a cool. They don't. I don't think they have any charity things on their list, which is
they probably don't, because they like to make us build models with.
Yeah, but Nick, that means we could get people from like the West Coast and like South who are coming up to support the cause.
True.
So
it's true.
The more the merrier, in my opinion, for something like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, the more the merrier for sure. I'd be thrilled to see a huge charity event for MCP.
Yeah,
or anything, really.
As an entry requirement, they'll have to listen to all of our episodes.
Just like send them like a little flash drive.
Here you go. Here's some homework.
We're gonna quiz you.
400 hours of content. Yeah, so it's really cool. We're doing that. Those are all the prizes. We have the special ones, blah blah blah, normal stuff you get to store credit and stuff like that. But there's only 2 or 3 people getting store credit, so the cooler ones are probably cooler. So
it's true.
Yeah, and we'll see how it goes moving forward. But anyways, I guess our last point is if you want to do a comic catch up before we dive into everything.
What have I read? I have been reading the newer runs of Fantastic Four, like the 2022 stuff. I managed to get my hands on all the singles of John Byrne's Fantastic Four run, so I've been reading that.
Nice. I don't know who that is, but nice.
What would you know that he wrote? Dark Phoenix Saga, he wrote that. Gotcha. He wrote some Superman stuff. He's the guy that... So, with She-Hulk, how she knows she's a comic book character.
Like Deadpool?
Yeah. He's the reason she knows. Like, he's the guy that came up with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, he's the guy. Yeah, he's the one that did that with her. He's done a lot of stuff. He did some Superman stuff, X-Men stuff.
Are She-Hulk comics good? Because, the show ruined it for me.
Yeah, the show was bad. I'm sorry for anybody that liked it, but it was not good. I hated it.
But the comics are okay?
Every comic I've read has been good, but I'm pretty selective. Like, I will do research before I read certain characters. The John Byrne stuff sounds like it's probably pretty good, so that is on my list to eventually read. But, the OG She-Hulk is not bad. Like, when she first came out, I didn't hate that stuff. It was pretty good. It's just dated for its time. But
yeah, cool.
I feel like I've been reading the Annihilation stuff again.
Annihilation?
So the Annihilation was a series, it was one of Marvel's events, where Annihilus comes in and he's, wiping everything out. And that's where we kind of get your modern day Guardians from. It's where you kind of, the Nova model you have. Most of his abilities and the tactics cards are from stuff out of Annihilation series.
Okay.
So
it's a Guardians story.
No, it's not really a Guardians story. I think it's more of a Nova story. And the Guardians form after it. Is what kind of happens.
And that's where the Chris Pratt.
Yeah, so
Guardians.
That's kind of where your Chris Pratt Guardians come from. Is
who doesn't like Chris Pratt? Which we should shame.
And so he hates Star-Lord because he doesn't like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we're
so much to
Maddox.
say. Yeah, and Maddox, sometime we'll just lay you down on a couch and get all of these. Chris Pratt.
He did say he was kind of interested in reading some Guardians because they're not really quite the movie. They're not as comedic and stuff as you see in the movies.
Yeah. I heard I wasn't on the last episode, but they'll know at this point that I was, I guess.
But who doesn't love a Han Solo type scoundrel pirate character?
Yeah, come on. Who looks like Chris Pratt. That man is handsome.
He looks more handsome than I am.
Yeah, exactly. And he was in
They should even name him Chris Handsome. There you go.
You're Chris Hansen. I like the play on words there. And he was in Parks and Rec, which is one of my all-time favorite shows.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah. I mean, if he looked like Ron Swanson, okay, then maybe Maddox would like him, but
I love Ron Swanson.
Yeah, me too.
I know more than you.
Anything else?
For comics?
That you've been reading? Yeah.
I haven't read. What have I read? I've been reading some of the Spawn stuff. I've been kind of into Spawn lately. There's a new Zatanna comic that I read. There's the One World Under Doom that's currently going, but I wasn't.
Oh, right.
Love it. It was more.
You didn't love it?
Yeah, it was more of an Avengers book. I mean, maybe it'll get better, but we'll see.
It's a bummer.
I've finally finished picking up all of the Sandman stuff.
Oh, you could have just asked. I have their whole series in soft paperback.
For Sandman?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wanted to own it myself.
Oh, okay.
I own half of it.
All right, well.
But I'm I kind of need to get this because it might be going away soon.
That's definitely one that I can, maybe if Maddox wants to read it, I can loan that to him.
Yeah. Sandman's great.
Yeah, it's a great comic.
And I wanted to have it. I had half the collection. I'm I need to get the rest of it. because there's a good chance it's just not going to exist in a year or two.
I doubt they'll make it go out of print.
Well, they were already going to reprint one of his books and they canceled it. So
American Gods?
No, comic series.
Okay, American Gods is a great novel, by the way.
It is
too.
great. I've read that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Neil Gaiman aside.
Yeah. But that's my comic stuff.
Yeah, so maybe that Marvel 1602 will be worth something that we're donating.
Oh my! Did he write that?
Yeah, he did write.
I didn't even know that. That might be. There you go.
No, I know for a fact because I saw it on the thing. I was like, well, now I feel weird giving this out, but
maybe
whatever.
I'll snag it and be like, oh, that's mine now.
Well, you got to give me money. I mean, cancer money.
To give you money. I can.
You
just
have to give quote unquote cancer money.
Just walk up to the table and shove it in my pants. There you go. It's gone.
Okay.
I gotta hide it in my pant leg. I don't know.
All right. So what have I been reading, Nick? You say?
Do you know how to read? I'm not sure.
I do. I mostly just look at the picture.
Yeah.
No, I mean the only newer thing I've been reading is I found myself in like a click hole on Marvel Unlimited, and I started reading the like Death comics, where they like all the main characters they like kill. So I just read one on Miles Morales dying. They're all like old.
So when you said the Death comics, I thought you were referring to
like
the
Thanos?
Neil Gaiman Death comics.
Oh no.
I was like, okay.
No, I just randomly found myself in a click hole where I was like, it's kind of like alternate universe Marvel, where they like, I forget what it's called, but it's like close to death or something, and they have like, death semicolon the character's name, and
I don't know if I know those. Interesting.
Yeah, so the one I read was like Death Miles Morales. Let me look at what it's actually called. I can't find it.
My Marvel Unlimited subscription. Oh, just Marvel.
But
Death.
He's like this old dude and like some not gangsters. Like there's a new Brooklyn and all this crap. And some dudes kill him. So
is it actually
wasn't that interesting.
Like,
it's called The End. It's the End series.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, so they'll do like they did a bunch of characters, not all the characters, but they have a lot of like popular ones where it's called like, for example, Miles Morales, The End.
For $100.
Yeah, so I was looking, the way I got there is I was looking at a comic book shop for omnibuy, that I wanted to buy, because I really wanted to get deep into something, and then, and like buy the print. Like I was looking at Wolverine mostly, but the Wolverine omnibus. But anyways, I ended up finding myself in a click hole where I saw it was on Marvel Unlimited, so I just started reading them there instead of buying the $100 book. So
if you really want to get invested in a series, I don't like the Immortal Hulk is one of the best like omnibuses you could get.
Yeah, I just don't like Hulk that much. So
I wasn't a huge Hulk fan for a long time, and then I kept hearing that that's a great series, and I was like, wow, this is actually amazing.
Okay,
it's more horror than anything.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll try it out. And
it's definitely worth like trying them one or two out. But.
See, what I like to do though recently with comics is like I'll be painting or playing a faction, and I'll try to read comics on all the characters in my list.
Well, that's why I ended up rereading Annihilation.
Yeah,
I went back to playing Guardians.
So like playing APOC right now, like I've read a lot of APOC in general, but like I was looking at Wolverine. I've read a lot of Wolverine, but he's one of my all-time favorite characters, like hands down. There's so many good Wolverine comics, but anyways, but maybe I try something else out for a while. But anyways, I'm just trying to cut this short because I'm realizing what time we're at.
All right, it's been 30 minutes and we haven't even started.
All right.
Like, all right,
so
Maddox wasn't here, so.
Yeah, Maddox wasn't here. It's like that song Stacy's mom's got going on. It's like Maddox wasn't here. Cool. So, welcome to Stephen Burke's Serious Hour. No, but yeah. Without further ado, we'll kind of dive into our main topic, which will be more Q&A. Because I don't, just preface this with before I stop talking so much. I didn't have cancer. I will relate as much as I can, Nick. But some of this stuff is going to be unique to your own story and your own life. So, and your own family too. So, I guess first to start us off here, Well, we're having a cancer event. There's a reason behind that. And so, Nick, why don't you dive into kind of like maybe the history of what happened? If you, however much you want, like how did it happen? What were some of the feelings associated, and what were some of the things you started to change initially? I guess when that just dive into the initial stuff.
Okay, so initial stuff. Oh,
as much as you want to and feel comfortable with too, Nick.
I mean, I'm comfortable with it all. I'm just wondering.
I know. I just want to make sure you feel okay.
Probably a year prior to the actual diagnosis, I started having like back issues.
Okay.
So I was just like having back issues. Like I'd be in bed, I'm crying in pain. Like they'd have to physically force me to the hospital because I don't go to the hospital for any reason. Like I don't do it. And the first.
And how old were you at the time?
How old am I now? I'm 34, so I was just about to turn 30.
Wow, really young.
Yeah. So it probably started after my 29th birthday. I just started getting like weird back pain and stuff, and I thought maybe I was having sciatica issues or anything, something like that. But it got to the point where I would be in so much pain, and there was probably other things going on that I couldn't get out of bed. I was too weak to move and get out of bed to even use like the restroom and stuff. And that would happen every like couple of months or so. And then one day, like my mother looked at me, I think it was right, COVID might have just showed up, and she's like, "You look like you've lost like a ton of weight." I'm like, "I don't know, maybe I have." And I didn't have a PCP at the time, so I ended up getting in with a PCP. I went there, and I was convinced it was probably diabetes because it runs in the family. So I'm like, I probably have diabetes, and I'm losing weight and stuff because of that. They did a bunch of blood work to test for it. Like the next day they called, the doctor's like, "We need to like do some more stuff because your blood is not right. Like it's borderline saying you have cancer." Right? So I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's great." So I ended up getting to, I think it's the oncologist, right? Those are the cancer doctors. Yes. No. Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. No, I just started hearing Cher's "Do You Believe in Love After Love?" And I was like, what is that noise in my background?
It's the voice.
So, okay. Yeah, cancer specialist is called an oncologist.
So I went and I saw them. And so I was like, no, actually before that, I even ended up back in the hospital again with like the back pain and stuff, to the point where they were giving me like, I don't remember what it's called, but they said it's basically synthetic morphine to take the pain away. And they did blood work again. And they're like, your blood is like bad. Like it says you have cancer. Like wow. To the point where I'm like, needed transfusions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I ended up going to the oncologist. They would do blood work all the time. They wanted to, and like that day, she's like, "Well, I have time right now. Why don't we go in the back room and we'll do a bone marrow?" And I'm like, "Oh God, wow. I don't want to do a bone marrow." I'm like, I've heard horrible things about bone marrow.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right.
That's a hard, tough surgery.
It's not fun. You're like wide awake and they're just driving this big ass needle into your back, right? And like chiseling out bone. It's pretty rough. Turns out my bones were so like infected that I barely could feel it.
Oh, wow.
Which was weird because like I didn't flinch or nothing. Like they just did it and it was done. I'm like, it's over already.
That's like a good thing and a bad thing.
Right. So they sent that away, came back. They're like, well, there's evidence that you have some like immature cells, but it's not saying you have leukemia or anything. They're like, we're not sure what's going on. So for another 6 months, I'd go to the hospital for transfusions and stuff because I just get so weak and my blood would be like gone. Like I would, yeah. Or I'd be in pain again and stuff. And they're like, all right, so we ended up doing another one, like after just months and months of going through stuff, seeing like a back specialist and stuff. Finally, we're like, just do another one. So they did another bone marrow. This time they like knocked me out for it. Nice. It's the only one I've ever been knocked out for, by the way, and I've had a lot of them. And that one came back, and it was positive that I had leukemia. So for about 6 months to a year, I was dealing with the symptoms of leukemia but nobody could seem to figure it out. And the blood work was like, or the bone marrows were like, no, he's not got leukemia. So
that must have been during COVID at that point. Yeah,
it was during COVID.
Okay. So I guess too, for some context too, because we're going to talk about like how it affected you, right? So like, what was your life like before the cancer? And like in that first year, how did things start to shift?
I mean, it was normal. Go to work every day, come home with wife and kids. Like it was nothing. It was nothing super special.
Every life is special, Nick.
Right, but you know what I mean. It was pretty like normal, like we're looking at buying houses, like stuff like that.
Do you think it was genetic in some way?
So, according to the specialists that I see, leukemia is not a genetic disease.
Okay.
And they don't actually know why some people get it and others don't.
Yeah. That makes sense, to be honest. There's a lot around cancer.
So I had a better chance of becoming a billionaire by playing the lottery, is what they told me.
Well,
maybe,
Nick. Maybe Nick, you will also become a billionaire.
Maybe. But I'm like, oh, okay, so I have a better chance of winning billions of dollars playing the lottery than getting this particular leukemia that I got.
But you were gaming before, right?
Oh yeah, kind of since college, I've been a board gamer, got into miniature gaming, that type of stuff.
Okay.
Video games.
Yeah, I know you play video games. Cool. Okay, so that's a little bit of context. So after that year mark, though, did you begin like a treatment plan?
So I don't remember dates.
Yeah, but approximately, right?
I think I went in September. So the day I found out, the oncologist was like, okay, so you have two options. We can send you to Maine Med, or we can like send you to Dana-Farber. And my mother's like, well, which one would you do? And they're like, Dana-Farber. So the next day I was in Dana-Farber, and I was checked into Brigham and Women's after meeting with all the doctors, and I was there for exactly 30 days.
Oh, you were inpatient?
Yep.
Oh, wow. How was that?
You're in a hospital, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Right, like, I didn't love it. I never want to spend more time in a hospital because
Did you get to read any? Did gaming help you during that period of time at all, or
so during that time it was mostly like it would have been video games. So I had like my Switch, and I had my grandmother bought me like a nice gaming laptop when I went in a week in. She had ordered it, and I had gotten it. So
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, gaming, at least as long as I've known you, and I knew you with cancer a little bit, and then more since you went into remission, but you've always like gamed almost to your detriment.
It's true.
So it's, but that was kind of an ongoing thing, depending on how you felt that day, obviously. But
yeah, like a lot of my memories of that was sleeping most of the time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of annoying. Like I'd wake up, kind of eat breakfast, and I'd fall asleep. Like I'd had the hardest time staying awake during the day. Like I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm going to catch up on some old movies I like, and I'd start them. I'd see the first 10 minutes, and I might see the end of it because I just fall asleep watching them.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. Yeah. I mean, your body's fighting something really difficult.
Right, and then on top of it, like I had started chemo treatment, and like they really hit you hard at the beginning.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Do you think the chemo was the hardest part? I mean, it's all hard, but I've heard that it sometimes can be.
So before I was ever diagnosed, you used to hear about how horrible chemo was.
Mm. Yeah, you do hear that.
I'm going to tell you right now, chemo was not nearly as bad as the pain I was in prior to like starting treatment.
Yeah.
Like I have never been in so much pain in my life.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And like chemo had its moments where it really sucked, but I wasn't really in pain. It was like a different suck. I'd rather be in the chemo mode than laying in the bed not being able to move, just crying because my back hurt so bad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So like my whole outlook on like chemo changed a lot.
Yeah, plus you probably knew it's to some extent that it was helping.
Oh yeah, like you know it's helping, but you always hear the stories of like, oh, they're just so sick while they're on chemo. Like, why would you want to like do that to yourself? Well,
because it helps.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, is there anything you want to add on kind of your initial story before we get to some other questions?
I don't think so. I mean, that's kind of like the basics of what it was. The worst part was like that year leading up to actually knowing.
Yeah, where you weren't really getting treatment. Yeah, because it's just like you've got this pain without any cause.
I mean, I will say, like, finding out you have leukemia it's extremely scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, my first question was like, all right, is this going to kill me? I remember asking the doctor, and they're like, no, you should be able to get through this. Like, leukemia is not a death sentence anymore.
And then your doctor, like, did your doctor have like pretty decent bedside manner?
My doctors were all
did you feel
really
supported?
Great. Yeah, they were all good. Like, my mother has differing opinions about the doctor here in Maine, but she's mom, so she's gonna
she's gonna nitpick.
But I overall was pretty happy with everything.
Okay, as much as you could be, right?
Oh yeah, like, but I will say, like, so as soon as like the shock of like, oh, like, am I gonna die? And they're like, no, you should be able to fight this. And I mean, like, there's always that possibility, right? I'm not gonna. But they're like, no, it's not like a guaranteed death sentence. You actually have pretty good odds. That's when your mind's kind of like, okay, now I know why I'm in so much pain.
Yeah. And so it must feel like relieving and scary.
But the day I found out, I was also having one of my episodes of like the excruciating back pain.
So it's like the worst day ever.
So I was having that going on. Thankfully, like, because they drag you in to tell you, right? Yeah. So they dragged me in, I'm in pain, and at least they like got me some pain meds, so I made it. but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like sitting here like, how do I respond to that? I want to say like cool or awesome as like, but that's not awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. And so you also like, I know we talk somewhat about ourselves on our podcast, but you're also a parent.
I am.
Of two children. So, a parent of two children. We won't say anything else. How is that? You know, you have a whole family. You have a wife, two children. Your immediate family's pretty big.
So my oldest was 3 when I was diagnosed, and my youngest was just like a year.
Oh, it's just within the first year.
Yeah, she was like a year.
Yeah. How was the like managing? I mean, as much as you can manage that, right?
So for me, like, all that responsibility kind of just ended up falling on my wife and my parents and my grandparents. Like, thankfully, my family is like super huge and super supportive.
Yeah.
Like, there was somebody to step in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were just there to help, which is
great. There to help. Like, we ended up moving in with my parents just because I was so sick. Like, can't really pay for an apartment, especially kind of like
in-home
COVID area. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I really can't be left alone. So,
even now,
no, probably shouldn't be. But no, like early on when I came home, like, it was.
I wouldn't want you to be alone right now either.
It was not a good idea to leave a cancer patient home alone.
Yeah,
because
so someone could always be there with you,
right? So a lot of times, what would happen is, so my grandmother, I'd usually end up going to their house while my wife and mom and dad were all at work, and it would be me and my youngest at my grandmother's house. And I just lay on like their bed and watch TV and play video games and have food brought to me.
That sounds like your kind of life. It
sounds kind of nice, but at the same time, you're like just so like sick and exhausted. Like,
yeah. Has that shifted? This is probably like that. Actually, probably I don't need to ask, but I was like going to ask if it's shifted like relationships with your children now.
So my youngest, I don't think it affected really at all because she was too little.
Yeah,
it's just kind of been her life. My oldest definitely has some trauma from the whole thing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, at least like every day. It's kind of like a gift now too. So in that respect, I'm sure she is glad you're alive. Despite the trauma,
like, she is, but like she's very like doctor stuff. She doesn't want anything to do with it.
She's like doctor averse,
very much so. Like, she doesn't even want us looking at her loose teeth. Like, it's very, it's really
probably
messed
grow
with
out
her
of
head.
it too.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
Like,
If
that's the
not, like,
hope.
you can pay for therapy, I guess.
But like, also, if anything goes wrong with me, she gets really upset. So it's really like, yeah, it's not great.
So like, even like a cold, if you catch a cold now,
not so much like the cold, but anytime like if I get the flu or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like with my joint issues, like when my hip
because that's a
exploded, that
whole
was like a
nother
big issue with her. So.
Yeah. And that's kind of when I knew. That's kind of when I knew you around that time.
I was hobbling around on the game.
Yeah. And then your hip replacement last year too.
Yeah, that was June.
Yeah, right
June.
before we started recording this, I think. So
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just trying to read the rest of these questions too. Okay, cool. So the next ones that we have are more related to your kind of like how gaming. This is more psychological, I think, in nature. But how you were playing war games beforehand and video games.
Yep.
But how did that? Well, how did it? This is a dumb question now that I read this out loud. But how did it affect your gaming? But also, like, how did it affect your approach to gaming? Like, I know you still like those worlds,
right,
and stuff. So, what were you doing to like keep sane, or like try to immerse yourself
early on? So, like the first 6 months or so, because it was also COVID right around this time. So, like, it was a pain to even game like anything, right? So early on, there wasn't a lot of gaming, and I was like, it was all just living through like the gaming YouTubes. Like, I watched a ton of Miniac, a ton of Ninja, and Tabletop Time, like all those. Like, that was where I was getting my hobby, because I wasn't like able.
And I guess I should ask, like, before all of this too, like, how do you, like, in a blanket statement, do you like, how did gaming help you kind of get through some of this stuff?
Yeah, I think it did. Honestly, like but it had to go through different stages. Because like I was just saying, like that first stage, like you couldn't really game. So like during those first stages, I started just like, I'd buy like a rule book set on Amazon just to read, or I'd just watch battle reports, stuff like that. I'd watch like the painting and hobby stuff. And I just kind of lived through other people's experiences on the internet for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was common during that time, too.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was, yeah.
So at least you weren't missing out,
No, not really.
In that respect,
I was probably missing out a little bit because, like my close group of friends were still kind of getting together because they all lived in the same house anyways. So I was the only outside source. So they were all still able to game, but I was still like, all right, probably shouldn't be going over there just in case somebody gets COVID or.
Oh, yeah, because you had to worry about that as well. Yeah.
But like as time went on and like COVID kind of got more and more lax, I was spending a lot of time over at my friend's house. Like I would either be there instead of my grandparents' house just so I could game and stuff, depending how I was feeling that day. Usually it was more of a board game. I definitely did not have the stamina to stand up and play like 40K or Age of Sigmar or anything like that.
Yeah, what were you, like, if you were going to go play a game, what was like that? Were you aiming for something that was like 50 minutes to an hour?
Not necessarily. I mean, I'd be there all day, so we could do like longer games. Like sometimes we do an RPG, but it was usually just something I could sit and not really have to move through. I think we were doing like Gloomhaven at the time. We'd play
that's a great game, I've heard.
Yeah. What else did we play? We played a lot of stuff. I can't even remember it all.
Yeah, so it sounds like your close friends too, your gaming group was like really supportive and like trying to play with you as much as possible.
Oh yeah, they were definitely.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good actually, because that's super important, I think. And did you do any hobbying?
Very little.
Yeah.
I was usually too like just lethargic.
Yeah.
To like actually want to paint or build. Every once in a while, I'd have like a spur where I would build something. Didn't do a lot of painting for like that first year to 2 years.
Okay. Well, that makes perfect sense. I just had to ask, I guess.
Yeah, like every once in a while, if I was like feeling up to it, because like what I would end up doing is I would paint on my couch. So I would be like, all right, if I have the energy to get the paints and model I want, I'll sit out on the couch. And
Do you still paint on your couch though?
Yeah, now it's just habit.
Yeah.
It's habit, and my desk is always like covered in other stuff for school, especially now. So,
okay, we can. Man, this is it's really hard to talk about. So, well, to ask appropriate questions and kind of like in context of everything.
It's a weird like context too.
Yeah, because it's cancer is not good.
No,
right?
I think honestly, probably the biggest thing with gaming for me was it was a very easy form of escapism.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
No, it's not. Like, you kind of need to be able to get away from... Everyone does it, right? Everyone has a form of escapism. But gaming, for me, was one of the better ones. Like, I like being
What else
around.
were you doing, too, at the time, I guess, besides...
I was reading a lot of comics. I was reading a lot of...
I have that on our talking point.
Yeah, I was reading a lot of that stuff.
And how did that... Because we are, we're not just... Even though Maddox likes to believe we're only MCP, a lot of this comes from our love of comics in general. So how did that kind of... what were you reading? What was helpful? Actually, we have talked about this offline before, and you should mention Jane.
Yeah, like that's the one that's probably the most I can... Like, that one I related to a lot was Mighty Thor, Jane. Because that whole comic run, she has a form of cancer. I don't remember what type it is, but I could actually like relate to a hero in a way that I hadn't been able to relate to heroes before.
Yeah.
So
it's
that
like
was
some
really,
real life,
it
stuff.
was very relatable, and like I fell in love with Jane as Thor. Like, I know a lot of people don't love Jane as Thor, but I actually do,
I don't
and
know
it's because of that. I'm into a lot of comic stuff, so there's a lot of people that are like, why are we making different heroes female, or why are we making...
to help Nick, through a rough time.
Like, I actually do love that whole arc just because of that.
Yeah,
so
and to be honest, a thought just dawned on me. If even one person, it helps one person through a tough time, some of these characters can really like save us in their own way.
Really know, like, I don't know why the writer chose to write that character that way. Maybe I should look into it. But it was definitely interesting because, to my knowledge, I don't really know another hero that like has cancer. Maybe Deadpool. Did Deadpool have cancer? Well,
yeah, but Deadpool's isn't like tragic,
Right. Like, Jane was actually like, it was going... Spoilers, like, she actually does kind of die, right?
Yeah.
So...
And she has to have the hammer to like kind of transform her to be powerful again.
But the hammer is also killing her.
Yep.
So, like, faster anyways.
Yeah.
Other than that, I read Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Just kind of like some super high fantasy almost, or...
Well, Swamp Thing is super... I'd almost say it's horror.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I read a lot of stuff. Ninja Turtles at the time. Especially like the Last Ronin stuff was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I haven't read that yet, but it's supposed to be really good, obviously.
A lot of Brubaker stuff I started reading. Love Brubaker.
Don't know who that is, but sure.
Brubaker wrote... Now I can't think of it. Winter Soldier.
I'm really bad with comic... Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. That's a great comic. I'm really bad with writers. It's bad. So I'll admit it.
And as far as like novels, I read a lot of BattleTech.
Oh, interesting.
At the time. And then there was... Now I got to look it up, because I really liked the series, but now I don't remember the actual author for it.
They make BattleTech novels?
Oh, yeah, there's hundreds. There's probably as many... I wouldn't be surprised if there's as many BattleTech as Heresy.
Wow.
What is the name of this book? So it's so I read I read pretty much the whole series. I read The Black Company by Glenn Cook when I was like super sick. So that was a fantasy series I had gotten into. Really enjoyed. Cool. Is there anything else that I really got into?
You don't have to like list it all.
No, that's probably that's what stood out to me. But yeah, a lot of BattleTech then.
Like things that stayed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really... So, despite the controversy surrounding Neil Gaiman, I think it's really important to acknowledge just the power that stories can have in our lives.
Yeah.
And kind of why we do these things in general. Like, yes, we play a fantasy game. Well, we'll just use the one we talk about, Marvel, Crisis Protocol. But like telling ourselves these stories and kind of recreating them on the battlefield, even if it's competitively, blah blah blah, is still like an aspect of like generating some form of meaning in our lives despite what's going on. And I think that's really important to like that you found someone that you really resonated with to really help you kind of like escape a little, but also like it's a hero, with cancer,
right.
And that's someone you can kind of look to as a almost look up to in its own weird way.
Right. Yeah.
Look up to the story. It's like a form of empathy that you get for your own situation just by reading someone else's writing too.
Right. Like, and especially like with that one, it's one of those situations where it's like, well, you don't have to like lay down and die type of situation.
Yeah. Like there's some inspiration there.
She's getting up and she's still doing things like that are important. Like there's like, I have kids and a wife. I can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to, roll over and lay in a ditch somewhere.
And yeah, but that's really important to see those things when you're probably in this, relatively dark hole of thinking at certain points.
You do have your moments. I will say for me, like I was always pretty like, what's the word? Like, I was never down on myself or felt like I needed to be like, oh, woe is me.
Right.
For the most part. Every once in a while it would hit you, cynical though, right?
Well, yeah, you can't help it.
Like,
right?
You can't help it. Every once in a while you're just like, oh my God, like, I'm just so sick of being sick.
Yeah.
But overall, I just think
as being a human, that happens sometimes.
Yeah. So overall, the whole experience was way more difficult for, like, just my family in general.
Yeah, and that's something unique to you, too, you know. You as a person as well. Right. So, okay, so what would you say were some of the, I guess if you could summarize for we'll start talking a little bit about more like if you need to reach out or you need help and like stuff like that. What were some of the therapeutic effects that gaming helped, would you say, therapeutic psychologically for in relation to your cancer?
I would say psychologically you just get a break for a moment. Right?
Okay.
Like you start thinking more tactically or you start thinking about the story. You're not necessarily thinking about, oh, I kind of got a bit of a stomach ache or, like just
it keeps you present, tired. I think.
Yeah. Like you're engaging with other stuff. Like you're aware of all that other stuff, but you can kind of disconnect from it. And like, I don't think it has to be gaming. I think if you're going through this, it's important to have something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
that's a very, very well said and very good point to make is we're talking about this in context of gaming because Nick is a gamer and because that's what we do here as well. But I'm sure there are also other things that helped you beyond just gaming and stuff. Well, you already mentioned even comics or stories, or whatever. So, and there's different things for different people. But so okay, we already answered that one. Yeah, I'm like reading through the questions, like nope.
Some of them just like naturally went through.
Yeah, and I guess like let's talk. We're big here on on a Live on One. Really, I think one of the things that we have been really proud of, and I know it's a podcast, and people are like, how do you develop a community? People are just listening to you, But I think, in all honesty, my community has expanded since we started this like 7 months ago. How would you say the gaming community itself like really helped you in different moments of your treatment?
So I guess like they were there. I went and played games with people. Like I started MCP when I was sick.
Yeah,
I started the whole like.
Oh really?
We started this whole thing. I was still sick.
So this is all because of your cancer.
Yep.
Huh?
Like this whole thing was because I was sick, and me and two friends were finally just sick of being cooped up, and we'd go in Crossroads and start playing. And that's how we've ended up with the MCP group, is because I was sick, but I was sick of being home, and we could go to Crossroads and play MCP.
So in a way, this is almost a product of that
it really
trajectory.
is. Like, I don't know if we'd be sitting right here if I didn't have leukemia. Because I probably wouldn't have been playing MCP at Crossroads. I'd probably be working most days instead, right?
That's very true.
As far as like, what did they do? I mean, they were just there. Like, I could just go and
we don't have to get specific.
Right. I mean, I didn't have to. It wasn't like I was going to the doctor's office. I could just go be myself. Nobody.
That must have itself felt pretty relieving.
Oh, yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't have any issue. Like, I've never been a person that's like hid the fact that I'm sick.
Yeah.
But I'm also not like, hi, my name's Nick Shaw. I have leukemia.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like, people were always nice. They'd like ask how I'm doing, and that's kind of where it would end, and that was fine. Like, we didn't have to get through like the nitty gritty every time. Like, we're here to have fun and play games.
And I've heard you talk to Maddox about some of this before, and you did get through the nitty gritty.
Like, I mean, sometimes we do.
Hip. Yeah,
we do go through the nitty gritty once in a while, but it's not like I felt like we had to.
Yeah, when Maddox is a doctor too, so right. Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I'm sure people donated to like the GoFundMe and stuff. I know like the Chits and Bits guys at the time like pushed it. Like, I'm sure people did. And I'm not the type of person who's like, I don't go around and want to know what people did or didn't do for this. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like it's anybody's responsibility to pay me for having had cancer.
Yeah, but would you say...
It's great. It's been Nick, very helpful.
Would you say that if someone just decided at the charity event to just buy you a ton of models, that'd probably be dope?
It would be dope. But like I'm saying, like, I don't, like, if I found out somebody never gave a dime, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, of course.
I don't care. Like, it's great. It's been a huge help financially.
And was that kind of part of the problem too? This is a little bit off topic and more existential, but like, I can imagine having cancer. Some of the like sadness is that like other people's lives are going on around you and you're kind of just stuck.
A little bit, especially now that like I can do stuff. I feel like I'm trying to catch up.
Oh yeah, because you're back in school.
Yeah, I'm like back in school and stuff. Like, and a lot of that's because like now my body just physically can't do jobs I was doing before, and I need to do something.
Yeah, because for those who don't know, I don't think we mentioned on this episode or briefly, you just had a hip replacement.
I just had a hip replacement, and it is a direct result of having leukemia treatments.
And to be honest, though, Nick's hip replacement is a good thing because it's adamantium.
It is. You know. There's even a claw that shoots out of it.
That's a different kind of claw there, Nick. But
yeah. But like my shoulder shot, like that has to be replaced, and I'm just dragging my feet on it.
So from a medical thing, is it a rotator cuff issue?
No, I need the joint replaced.
That just like would be partly rotator.
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know the name. I always thought. Okay. So what is the rotator cuff? Is that the ball?
They're muscles that attach to your joint.
So it's the ball. So that's collapsed. Whatever that ball is collapsed, and that's what happened with my hip. But in my hip, for whatever reason, it caused a ton of pain. In my shoulder, it just irritates me and clicks every once in a while. It's bugging me right now, but
okay.
And I probably shouldn't do a whole lot of lifting, and if I fall, I'm screwed. But
he's falling, he can't get up.
Well, pretty much. So that's got to get replaced. But this is all like, and the diabetes. All of this stuff is because of leukemia. Like, if you get cancer, it's kind of a snowball effect. Yeah. There are going to be other things even after that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this changed your life fundamentally.
Oh, yeah.
In a lot of ways. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, so I guess on that note, let's try to, I don't know. Yeah. I just want to say, I mean, I'm just thinking human suffering's hard, you know? Mm-hmm. All three of us, I think, though, as much as we joke around and like make fun of each other, if you do ever need help, you can reach out to any of us, and we can try to direct you somewhere. Yeah. I'm more in the like. I know I would know more about like psychiatric help. Nick would definitely know doctors, and Maddox is in the network for a lot of things. So
so I didn't like. I didn't get like a lot of the psychological stuff with
Well,
a
you
lot of
probably
people
did, but...
right, but I like not to the point where I needed to like actively seek out that help, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of, and
and
even if you don't have cancer, a lot of people do. So
right, and I think you just especially if you don't have like an outlet, it's going to be more important for you to find somebody like that.
Well, and if you listen to us and like you really, I know sometimes gamers can feel alone. And I know sometimes that's why we're attracted to these things. And if you really do need any help, like please, don't hesitate to like ping us on Discord or send me a direct message or Steven or Nick and like ask for help.
We'll
we're
do
not
our
going to
best
judge
for
you.
Sure. Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah. Or even if you just want to talk, man. Like, I get it.
Oh, yeah. Like, if people that are going through cancer, I have no issue talking with people.
Yeah.
Like,
and
my experience is going to be different than yours, but that doesn't mean getting somebody else's perspective that's gone through it doesn't help.
Yeah. Or just having a shoulder where someone can, where someone can listen to or lean on for a little bit.
Honestly, sometimes you just need a bitch.
Yeah.
Like
that too. Yeah.
Yep. I've got a couple friends where like I would just rant through text messages at times, and sometimes that's all you need to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're in a sticky, situation, and like sometimes you're kind of mad at the world in an extent because like you didn't deserve necessarily, quote unquote, any of it, and it's like it just happened,
Yep.
And that energy needs to be directed somewhere healthily, So, yeah. Would you have any words of support in general? Well, I keep like doing this.
Yeah,
I'm reading the questions, and we just talked about it. But if someone's suffering through cancer, though, do you think, and looking for a gaming group as an outlet, do you have any resources for that?
Not really. Like, I'm not really sure how we would do that. Like, mine just kind of fell in place, and like it just happened to be my friend group was a big gamer group and stuff like that. Like, I was super fortunate between family and friends throughout everything. Like, not everybody's going to have the same support group.
That's true. So I guess harping back to that comment, you can reach out to us.
You
that we're
definitely.
Here.
I mean, we'll try our best. Like, but we're located in Maine. If you're not in Maine, it's going to be a little harder for me to help. Like, as far as like local stuff, but we are connected with a lot of like New England gaming groups because we do tournaments and stuff. Like, we have our own tournaments, so we're connected with a lot of tournament organizers who might be able to like we could hook you up.
Not only
with
that, Nick, not just like playing the games, but like I'm assuming sometimes like just even talking, like hopping on a phone call. I mean, I'm definitely there for that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't love speaking on the phone, but I would definitely speak on the phone.
Nick
especially
would
for
forward
this stuff.
You to one of us.
I'd be like,
oh, Steven, you have a phone call at 8 on Tuesday. Why?
No, but seriously, like, if you somehow get my number and just call me, I won't answer the phone because I won't recognize the number. But if you definitely reached out and needed somebody to talk to, I would definitely do it. Like, it's hard. Like,
it is hard.
There's nothing easy about cancer.
Yeah, there really isn't.
It's rough. We'll put it that way.
That's honestly like why this episode is hard to talk about. At times it's hard. Like there's nothing good about having cancer.
No, I mean,
besides like I guess what comes from it.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I was gonna say like you can have good things as a result. I'd say.
Yeah.
Like the gaming community at Crossroads for MCP. Like, I don't know if it would be there if I hadn't gotten cancer. Honestly, like it might have. But I wasn't at Crossroads 3 days a week when I didn't have cancer and couldn't work. So.
Yeah, and like honestly, a lot of that too is like you've made not the community itself is like a lot of us even outside. Sorry, Nick, we don't involve you in all our conversations, but like you've connected people in a way that like kind of a little hub of a network of people who have made deep connections. So. That is a good thing. I don't know what I was saying. I was just saying it's hard to talk about, I think. But. Yeah.
It can
Maybe
be.
it's harder for me because I haven't had it, and it's hard to relate.
I'm sure there are people out there who have it and they just don't want to talk about it. I will talk about it. I don't care. Like, it's my life. It's not like a super private thing. Like, I mean, I guess it could be, but I don't really view it that way.
And so we have like two sort of kind of closing not questions, or closing statements for you to talk about. One being, I mean, you kind of already touched on this, but like, I'll just combine these two. So why you wanted to use, what reasons behind, I mean, you may have answered this, but what reasons behind using our podcast as like a medium to start these gaming charity events, in addition to like why you wanted specifically to kind of donate to Dana-Farber, some of the connections you made there, for people in the area, maybe like also what things they treat, what they do, stuff like that.
So Dana-Farber, they specialize in a lot of different cancers. I don't know how many they do, but they're also one of the biggest in at least this part of the country, like the East Coast. And that's where I was. So that's where I got all my treatment. When you're there, there's like, you see donation stuff everywhere of people that have donated and everything. Like, the place I don't think functions without people's donations. Yes, you're paying them money because you're sick and there's doctors there that need to make money, but there's also like a lot of that money gets kicked back to us as patients. Because when I was going there, especially for like the first 2 years, they would regularly send us like gift cards for groceries, gift cards for gas for my like family to come down and visit while I was in the hospital. They sent gift cards for Christmas so I could buy Christmas gifts for the girls. Like, that was all donation stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they're like, every once in a while when I was there, you'd see the little kids come through. That would always break my heart.
Yeah. I worked at Memorial Sloan Kettering for a while, and I saw some of that. It is heartbreaking.
But they're also like linked up with the kids cancer place down there. What is it?
Yep.
I can't remember. Like the Jimmy Fund, I think, comes out of down there. And it sucks. People need help, especially like if you're down. Like, so like I was at a hospital in Boston for 30 days. And my mother or my wife had to drive down and stay. Like, oh, that's the other thing. Like, they would get you reduced rates at hotels. So, like, my mom could come down and stay for several days while she was sitting in the hospital during the day with me instead of having to drive back and forth every night. Like, that doesn't come out of the hospital's pocket, that stuff. That's all
donation based.
People donating. And
they also looks like they have a huge research institutes
too. They do.
Yeah.
A lot of research happens there. I was actually in a research study.
Oh, really?
So like, not like, it was actually good for me because now I don't owe quite as much money. So like, when you get put in studies, you get breaks on bills and stuff.
Okay.
But you also get experimented on a little bit, but that's okay.
Is that why you have the adamantium?
No, that's actually extremely common, and that is avascular necrosis caused by the steroids they use to help combat the effects of chemo.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
Yeah, I know. But the listener don't necessarily know.
Well, you think people are going to walk around thinking you actually have adamantium in your hip?
They might. You don't know.
If you're that lost in a fantasy world, then you should contact me. But it's really cool to hear that they do that for the families. I didn't know that.
It was a surprise to us. Like,
so big research and lots of research going on. Like their research section of their website is almost as big or bigger than their like what they treat.
Right.
So
on the donation thing, give blood.
Oh yeah.
Like, whenever somebody asks me what they could do for me, I'm like, just go donate blood, because I have used so much blood. Like, the amount of transfusions I had to have. You can donate
bone marrow and stem cells too.
You can do that as well. Donate platelets especially. Like, that's a different thing altogether from just donating like blood. And I'm a rare blood type, and when I was going through it, they were begging people to give blood of my blood type. So give blood. Like,
okay.
You
I'll
can
put
give
a link
money,
below
you should
for that
definitely
too.
Give blood. Like, I think that's bigger than money a lot of times.
Okay.
So,
I'll throw that in the description below.
That should definitely be important.
Cool. Yeah, blood is turns out really important.
It's very. It's super important.
Okay, and so run into as well, like obviously it's obvious you have cancer, and so you probably want, or had cancer, and you probably wanted to like kind of promote your events. But like personally, why did you want to, when we started this podcast, it was already something on your mind. Why did you want to do this in the gaming community, like start these events and you know?
I didn't originally
Well, I don't mean to put you on the spot
to start any events. I did because friends wanted events and nobody was willing to do it, so I did.
Well, guess who's running it now, so you're welcome.
Yeah, so it snowballed into what we now have. So now there's 3 of us that do it.
Yeah, and this kind of came out organically,
yeah,
too.
The podcast was pretty organic. I had been thinking about it because I'm like, oh, it'd just be kind of fun to chat about stuff and see where it goes. And then I'm like, oh, well, I've gone through cancer and other people are going through it, so maybe we can use this a little selfishly to push stuff like that every once in a while.
Yeah. And now, like, I think the story of, I was telling someone was asking, or not asking, I think I just volunteered the information like usual, but I was explaining how when we first started this podcast, we had like no expectations of people listening to it.
Right.
And then when it's the same thing when we started this charity event,
Yep.
We were like, oh yeah, it'll be like, 20 people, just kind of our local event, but it'll go to a good cause. And now it's like grown into a where we're now like, shit, we need a bigger space next year.
Yeah. Like, so. How is there more than 40 people signed up?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It is insane.
That's 10 people away from Everwinter. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and it's only limited because we don't have space. Yeah.
That's the only reason. Like, we would open it up.
Yeah. Yeah, my God. And we should say too now, like, thank you so much, in general to our listeners, like, for supporting this. It's really cool to see people driving up from Maryland, people, coming down from Montreal just to support kind of what we're doing here.
Yep.
And in the future, if we we will make the, space bigger and whatnot, like people traveling to this, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I don't know, man. Like 6 months ago, I was like, oh man, I just lost my job. My life is like a mess, and now it's like feels a lot more full.
Yeah.
And that's really in part to you hooligans listening to us. Like, I didn't think people would actually want to listen to me, like, just talk.
Yeah, I don't. People like to listen to us ramble.
Yeah.
I like to think they like it when you and I get off on tangents and just go completely wrong direction.
I'm pretty sure they do. I've had, I guess on a random tangent, I won't name the listener, but he like told me that he like studied radio and we have like a good chemistry and like hit all these like dots that they tell you to hit on shows and radio.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. So that was really nice to hear. So.
That is nice to hear. Because sometimes, I don't know, like, we should have just called it Just Winging It sometimes. Like, well, shit.
We could, like, rebrand.
I'm like, we could have just, like...
Yeah, maybe the episodes where we have no Maddox, those are called Just Winging It Volume 1.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. It could be, like, the subtitle for those.
Yeah. But is there kind of anything you wanted to say as, like, closing thoughts on this topic? Or about the event, because we'll see people in 2 days from when they hear this.
When this airs, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I can really think of. I mean...
Are you excited to play in it?
I don't love playing in events, honestly.
Oh, my God.
They're all right.
Of course not.
I would just as soon show up and watch everybody else play. Like, if it came down to it and somebody needed a spot, I would happily let them have the spot and just hang out for the day.
What about me? I'm just kidding. I would
really want to. Like, I'm not sure I'm prepared to be the TO for 40 people. But...
No, I'm TO and I already like committed in my mind. So
like, I have more enjoyment a lot of time watching other people play and just walking around and seeing how things are going than actually playing.
Okay.
So,
well,
like I love to play, but
what are you planning on bringing? You think?
I'll probably be bringing Guardians.
Okay.
They're painted. I don't want to paint anything else.
That makes sense to me.
So it would either be Guardians or it would either be Defenders. Probably Guardians.
Well, we are going to try to do a Daredevil episode soon, so...
I did read the first comic of that, now that you say that.
I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail, but...
Oh, you ordered it? I've been reading it on Unlimited or whatever.
I bought the print. It is. I own a lot of Daredevil comics. Like, despite Nick giving me shit for not... In our text, he's like, oh, you're not a real Daredevil fan. It's like, dude, he's one of my favorite superheroes.
It's only because you've been nonstop Daredevil the last 2 days. I had to say it.
Oh, yeah. I have a problem sometimes when I get really sucked into things, but
I was pleasantly surprised with that first issue because I don't love that author, and I don't think he's done a great job with the other Daredevil stuff he's written. So I was worried going into
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So any kind of closing thoughts for the event, too, or anything?
Come have fun. Throw a lot of money at comics so we can throw a lot of money at charity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I got to say, really. Like, the more we do with the raffle, the more we can give back to the charity, which is cool.
T-shirts, please buy those.
Please buy,
because I need to make my money back.
How many do we have left?
So I do have a count. I will bring that up right now. We have only 16 left.
And how many did you order?
30.
So we've gone through about half of them. All right.
Yeah. Yep, we have about half pre-ordered.
Maybe a lot of people just buy them the day of.
Yeah, I think so. So, but we got about half ordered, half still available. If worse comes worse, I'll donate a few for prize support too. But yeah, that's the t-shirts. So buy those, buy the raffle. Your entry already gets you in there. So I did some research on direct donations and talked to a couple friends. If you want to directly donate, the actual easiest way to do that is literally Venmoing Nick or I.
Yeah.
We're going to have a spreadsheet for like money. I already have one for like money we're donating. So I can give you a form of receipt kind of, but
it did seem like the easiest way to donate was for us just to take the funds and send them a check, basically.
Yeah, it really
From
is,
what I
to
could
be honest.
find out, like...
Well, if we hosted a webpage too, then they take a cut, and we don't want to do that.
No, I'd rather just be like, all right, slam down some money, like just donate this lump sum.
Yeah, and if like we happen to have new models at the same time, it's just a coincidence. No, in all seriousness, the money will go directly to Dana-Farber.
We're starting a front.
Nick. We just talked about for 50 minutes about why it matters to us, so it'll be going to the...
Has it only been 50 minutes? Oh no, 50 minutes.
Well, we had half an hour of intro. It's so bad.
Poor Maddox, he's gonna just like, what are they doing?
He loved that episode. So fun fact, he loved it when we just were talking. So it's Maddox approved.
It was a Maddox approved. He doesn't seem to love it when he's here, though. It's like, all right.
He needs structure, man. He needs structure. But yeah, so I think we can start closing out now. So okay, so thank you for listening. We're really excited to see everyone who's attending in a couple of days. Stay tuned after for we'll probably do like a more MCP related, recap of the event and also where we're going to go with it in the following year. So that might come out a week, maybe 2 weeks. I want to figure out a plan for the next year, like as soon as I can.
We probably should if we're going to actually need a venue too. Like, I don't know how far out in advance those things book.
Yeah. I don't even... I have to just like start talking to Brian about that.
Brian,
so happy birthday, Brian.
Or, I mean, Brendan probably knows from Crossroads because
I don't want to...
It was... Well, I'm not saying, but he could probably be like, oh, yeah, you got to talk to this type of person.
I think it should be in southern New Hampshire or near Boston, to be honest.
I agree just for traveling. Like, because other people are coming everywhere. But, like, I know people that could be like, no, you need to contact this person at, like, this type of venue. Like,
we'll figure that all out before we record that episode, or at least start getting some ideas.
So we can wing it.
I don't want to wing that, though.
You can start calling us the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do actually plan things, Nick, just not in relation to this.
Oh, man, we don't really roll that way. Come on.
I do. All right, cool though. So we'll look forward to seeing everybody. Excited to see the new missions with new Inhumans at that event too.
Oh yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Day before they launch. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, for those of us playing at TTS, we've already had a lot of experience on them. But
probably most of you.
A lot of us, yeah.
Won't be me. I'll be like, what is this? What is that?
What did you just do? Oh, my cancer's coming back. You'll have to give me the win.
Yeah. Everyone throw the game for Nick. There you
just start coughing. Nick won.
Oh.
And Nick won, and I didn't see him move one model. So you can follow us all. You can follow us at Alive on One on our Instagram, which honestly I think we're just kind of giving up on. You can email us in all seriousness to if you're feeling unwell in any way, shape, or form, whether that's physically or mentally, and you need someone to talk to, or you just want to reach out. Please email us. We can at least guide if you're local and don't want to tell anyone else. If you don't already have a support system, we're definitely people you can reach out to and just talk to. And I want to emphasize that we're humans too. We'll do our best. But that being said, you can email us at aliveon1@gmail.com. Our Facebook is some kind of, whatever reference to Alive on One. I don't remember it. Our affiliate link below for Huge Miniatures is always below. You can join our Discord. We just added a new section called
Jin, are you okay? Or something.
Jin, are you okay? And so please let us know if you think Jin's okay, or Jin, if you could just give us some status updates on if you are okay.
I think some people have already posted in it.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
I bet you do.
But anyways, you can join our Discord below. And so without further ado, Nick, you want to close us out?
Godspeed She-Hulk. I don't know.
Yes,
this isn't my thing.
Maybe Jane would have been more appropriate.
Oh yeah, Godspeed Jane. There you go.
Do it again, one more time.
All right. Godspeed Jane
Foster.